Jason Frazer, TV reporter, meteorologist, former banker.
All right, good day, everybody. It is great to be a part of this Summit on Stability. I am meteorologist Jason Frazer. So want to get started in talking a little bit about why I became a meteorologist. As a kid, I was always very fascinated with clouds and why storms happen. And my mom always used to tell me that I always used to like to know the why something existed. One of the other things I thoroughly enjoy about being a meteorologist is saving lives. As you know, there are a number of severe weather events that happen every year, from tornadoes to hurricanes, and my job is incredibly important in that process. So speaking about severe weather, it has a huge impact on the U.S. economy. And matter of fact, over the last 35 years, according to the National Weather Service Enterprise Analysis Report, the average number of $1 billion weather events has actually doubled. So we are finding that severe weather events are happening more frequently, and they're actually having a huge impact to our economy. If you added up all of the damage from 1980 to about 2019, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which tracks all of this, these severe weather events have resulted in nearly $2 trillion of damage. So that includes everything from droughts, severe thunderstorms, hurricanes, tornadoes. And, you are very familiar with some of these weather events. They include things like Hurricane Katrina, Superstorm Sandy, Hurricane Harvey. Each of these storms have resulted in anywhere between 70 to $125 billion worth of damage. So one of the things that we are finding as scientists is that these disasters are becoming more frequent. This is a chart that was contributed to the NOAA Foundation. And what we've basically found is that since the 1960s, on average, the number of hurricanes is actually happening more frequently in the Atlantic Ocean. We're also finding that wildfires are also getting worse. This was a chart that was developed by the National Interagency Fire Center, and you can see that the total number of acres on average burned is going up, and we're also finding that the acres that are impacted by fires overall is going up as well. And one of the reasons why we're finding that more wildfires are happening is because of droughts, or what scientists are referring to as mega droughts. And according to a recent study by Columbia University researcher Park Williams, across 9 U.S. states, from Oregon to New Mexico, the nearly 20-year drought is almost as bad or worse than it's ever been over the past 1,200 years. So when speaking about these weather disasters, before 2000, television and newspapers were the primary weather source for people on getting the information. And within the last 10 to about 15 years, we've been finding that there has been a huge amount of fragmentation. So what I'm referring to with fragmentation is how people are getting that information now. People are no longer depending on just television. They're getting it from radio. They're getting it from their online sources, whether it's blogs, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and they're also getting it from their smartphone apps. And, the apps, we have a love-hate relationship with them as meteorologists. The apps are actually wrong, according to one study, up to about 50% of the time. And part of the reason why is because sometimes they're based on weather stations or observations that are anywhere from 20 to about 30 miles away. So that's why sometimes your weather app will say, hey, it's actually raining, and you'll look up and you'll actually see some sunshine. Now, apps can be a good thing, right? They provide a way for you to get weather information directly in your hand. And this is especially important when we are talking about the increasing number of severe weather events like tornadoes, like hurricanes. So previously, most people would just watch us online. Now, if there's a tornado warning that's issued by the National Weather Service, we can actually send that information directly to your phone. The other thing is, if there's a weather event that happens overnight, guess what? Most people know you're sleeping, so you can't be alerted. But if we can send you that information via your phone overnight, it's a good thing. So this means that it is of great importance that we make sure that everyone is connected in ensuring that as these weather disasters are becoming more frequent, that people have a way of getting their information. And the reason why is because if they aren't connected, then that means that we could see an increase in the amount of property damage, the economic impact, and also the mental health impact as well. In terms of people not understanding why these disasters are happening and when they're going to happen. Ultimately, whether or not we are connected and getting this weather information, we all end up paying the price, whether it's through increasing insurance rates and taxes, the impact on tourism, where people just don't really feel like they should be visiting a certain place. And then, of course, there's the impact to our agricultural community in terms of damages to farms. So bottom line, TV still remains the primary source for weather information, but here's what you can do right now to ensure that you're prepared. Figure out who exactly do you trust for weather information and why. And you should also be thinking about, where are you getting the latest information from? Is it from television? Is it from internet? And is it from smartphones? And then how can you ensure that everyone is connected? And then lastly, these severe weather events, they're going to happen. But due to some climate change and other factors, severe weather is going to continue to happen even more. And remember that we all share the responsibility of ensuring that everyone is connected. And sustainability requires us to all be connected and be aware of when the next weather disaster is going to happen. Thank you.